Hello, friends. The handful of you that watch this thing, thank you. Just giving you all an update. Exciting news. As of today, this house is for sale in Kansas City. It's a great deal. Come get it. But that's not why I'm here. Just kind of sharing a little about what's going on. I want to get back into music. I'm doing like maintenance practicing right now, really not working on writing. Most of my gear is packed up at this point because we're showing the house. So I can't like do my whole rig. And I definitely want to do more solo performance videos here. I don't know what to do with the channel, and I don't know what you do with YouTube channels in this day and age, honestly, because there is so much garbage AI slop stuff here and all over the internet. I don't know if you've been on Reverb lately, but like these scams are out of control. It's funny. We keep hearing about everybody's like the promise of AI and all of this, and it's going to make our lives so much better on one hand, or on the other hand, it's going to replace all of our jobs. We have no nuance in the conversation. What I'm seeing right now is that AI isn't really replacing workers so much as it's replacing stupid workers with no morality or taste. I mean, it's garbage. And, I don't want to get too much into my work life, but I've worked a little bit with these tools. And my experience has been that you spend as much time kind of cleaning up the mess where the AI fucks up as you do like any kind of time savings you would get from these tools. I guess it's a process. I also don't love the energy consumption element, but anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but the result I'm seeing across the internet is just more garbage, more slop, which we were already inundated with. So going on YouTube, starting a YouTube channel seems silly. The market's oversaturated. There's so much noise by, so much algorithm driven crap and AI slop that it's like, what's the even point? Who's going to watch this? I don't know. Maybe no one will. But anyway, that's my little soapbox. But anyway, the news here. So what I'm going to do, I do want to do more kind of guitar talky stuff, even though I know there's plenty of it. But, I do have some thoughts, and I think there's some stuff to discuss. And I'd honestly just like to talk to people about this stuff. I'm not really looking to monetize or anything like that. But, if on the off chance it actually becomes something where revenue is a thing, which I find highly unlikely, you may hear me do the like and subscribe, but I doubt it. I feel like that ship sailed at this point. Especially I'm not going to get like fancy gear and lighting, and I'm not going to invest money in this. But if I feel like talking to a camera here once in a while, I am, or talk about my guitars. Look, I think I've told you about this maybe in a previous video. This is I don't know, I have so many favorites, but this is probably my favorite, best parts caster. It's a MJT. I modeled it off after Julian Lage's Nacho caster that he had, which was itself modeled after his 1952 Telecaster. The neck pickup is kind of more traditional. He has like it's a P90. It's the super expensive ones. I'm drawing a blank on the names, but Ellisonic, and it's like a Dynasonic. And this is more of a traditional Tele. It's a Lawler, I think 52T. And so a little more conventional. It's such a great guitar. And it sounds like the bridge pickup is, I'm not totally in tune, which usually it stays in tune really well. But even a bridge pickup, it's not like ice picky at all. And I don't know how well this is coming through because, again, I don't have my direct rig, so I'm just playing through my deluxe reverb in the room here. But I always had, before I really got into teles, I had the impression that the bridge pickups were kind of spiky and super harsh. I found it varies considerably. And this is very I just love it. And it really does well. Like when I'm playing with other people and in a mix, it cuts like a knife. It's just such a perfect frequency range. Um, so yeah, this is such a good guitar. The body is MJT. I think I mentioned that. It's pine. Only pine guitar I've ever owned, and it was just kind of one of those things. It was an eBay deal, and that was what they had. And I was like, I don't know. I was kind of hoping for swamp ash, but we'll see how it does. And turns out I love this thing, and I think it's all part of the package with the sound. Um, I have ash body. I have an ash body over here that's like a Strat Telly mix, and it's great too. But it doesn't. This thing's really resonant, unplugged. I've got a Musicraft neck. It's a D profile. It was part of their what they call their Blackguard series. They're about $100 more, but like it's got this nice antique oil, tinted oil finish. It kind of gives it a old look, and the neck profile is just feels so good. It's quite substantial, but not like it's right in the sweet spot. I like a little bit of meatiness to Telecaster neck, especially just the whole feel of the thing. And it's just perfect. And I actually have tried to get other guitars, try it with similar profiles, and they just don't play like this. But it's like what they call their Blackguard series, and it has like heavily rolled edges. The fretwork is immaculate. And it's got the what they call the Tadeo taper. I don't fully understand it, but it's something about the way the neck tapers. It all I know is it works. It feels fantastic. It is the best feeling neck I think I've ever played. And that's a big thing with guitars. I found as someone who's owned several. It's really like you can do a lot with guitars if you don't quite like them. Pickups. That's pretty easy. You can sometimes get setup stuff if you're not quite happy, but if it's the neck's not right, the neck's not right. I'm experiencing that kind of with that GNL, which I love in every other respect, but it's basically on paper a very similar profile. It's a U instead of a D profile, and I think that may be the difference. Is just I think there's a little more shoulder on it. But anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole. I really just want to make this quick. Also, so mentioned houses for sale, and I will probably be posting real low tech as I'm just waiting. We're waiting for somebody to buy it, and we can't leave. We're in Kansas City. We can't leave Kansas City until the summer because my partner is a teacher, and there's a whole contract they have to fulfill. So we're stuck here until June, and then the plan is Philadelphia, assuming my partner can find work and this house sells. So cross your fingers for us. We're really excited. It was kind of one of those things. It's like I get a little confused looks of like, why Philadelphia? Hello. Philadelphia is fantastic, and I won't lie, we want to be near New York for cultural events. We have some friends there, but I work a nonprofit. My partner's a teacher. We can't afford to live in New York. That's just it. That's just the unfortunate truth of it, even though we love that city. And in Philadelphia, it's a 90-minute train ride. So, we can still take advantage of what New York has to offer, but we don't actually have to deal with the cost of living. Philadelphia is a bit more reasonable. It's going to be more expensive in Kansas City, but most places are. So that's our exciting news. I'm looking forward to kind of getting in there, finding out what the scene. I've talked to a couple of people in the music scene. It sounds like it's not too different from Kansas City, unfortunately, in that the appetite for original music, especially original music, that doesn't really, people are trying to do different things that are different and unique. Apparently, it doesn't seem to be well embraced. It's similar here. It's like the good musicians are in cover bands making money. There are people doing cool stuff. I've been talking to a guy who's very similar tastes, kind of in the jazz adjacent realm, who's really good and doing stuff, but it's the gigs are small, which I'm fine with. I'd just be happy to find cool people to play with. I'm not picky. I'm not making a living from any of this. This is purely just for fun. So I'm excited to kind of get in there and find my people, music speaking, and play with live musicians again, because I do miss that. So I'm hoping to either join. I'm open if I join an established band if I'm digging what they're doing, or start. I'd like to start an instrumental trio. I kind of started to try to get one off the ground here in Kansas City, but it became a quartet. And there's something about threes. Three is a good number. I feel like it makes scheduling easier. I feel like adding that fourth person, especially when you're having, I'm very picky about how music should be not too busy, but I like to play and I like to stretch a little bit as a player, and I would like to be in a band where I can do that without it walking over the other person. And it's a fine line to walk. You don't want to be boring and noodly, but I want to play interesting stuff. I don't want to just play chords or triads and it would be my preference to not be in a band with a singer, but I'm trying not to have too many preconceived notions, because you never know. I may find something to love, and it's just a situation where I can still have a little fun with the guitar parts. So we shall see. I'm excited. And yeah, I will probably just check in and yammer at you if you're into this. I said probably won't be a lot of playing videos just because my direct rig is all packed up and I don't have an audio interface, or my audio interface is in a box right now. So, and with people coming in and looking in the house, I want that stuff out of sight. And it's not the prettiest thing to look at unless you're like a guitar nerd. But yeah, I'm still here doing stuff. If you want to start a discussion, or if you want to talk about things here in a way that's not, super professional, and, I'm not going to have some AI generated thumbnail or anything like that. So it's just my humble little talk at the camera channel. And hopefully at some point I'll be able to set it up to where I can do more like solo performance videos, because that's fun. I need to kind of fine tune it and be a little more, put a little more effort. Like what I post here is often just like I'm taping myself for practice, and I'm like, oh, I like this, so I post it. It's not like something I put a lot of thought into. And I'd like to get to a point where I can actually deliberately make videos for this channel. That's basically the height of my ambitions at this point. Anyway, I hope everyone watching this as well, say hi in the comments, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. All right. Take care.